Hey guys, we're Lore Heroes. We're back in a new location. We are here to talk about E3 and the Mass Effect, the 10-second Mass Effect teaser trailer that we saw today at E3. It was presented by Aaron Flynn, who did the Bioware presentation, also including Dragon Age Inquisition, and a brand new IP coming from the Bioware developer, which will be cool to see. But let's stick with Mass Effect. What were your thoughts on some of the images that we saw? We saw 3 or 4 images, a couple images. What were your thoughts?
So the first image I want to start off with is we saw a image of a Krogan in what looked like a burnt out, rubble-filled urban center, which means that it could have been on Tuchanka, it could have been on Pharos or Ilos, the two Prothean worlds that are now destroyed and in ruins, or it could be a world that was maybe destroyed by the Reaper War if this is a sequel. There was a lot of worlds that were taken over, destroyed. We could be seeing scavengers on those worlds.
Like, you think there could be scavengers, like, what do you mean by that?
But by scavengers is what I mean is just any kind of race. You see the Krogan a lot in mercenary groups. You see these mercenary bands going around looking for anything from tech to just rare metals, maybe Element Zero stashed away, or even, just weapons and ammunition that were left behind from the Reaper War.
When I think scavengers, I think Quarren and Vorcha. Mainly Vorcha, more than Quarren, perhaps. So that's a very interesting thought. What else did we see? We saw the Krogan confirmed, and let's just take a minute to appreciate how great those graphics were.
Oh,
Frostbite
yes,
3 engine.
Frostbite 3 engine, yes, they looked amazing.
Yeah, it seems like the new standard, because that was, like, everything there is on the Frostbite 3 engine.
That's
Battlefront was on the Frostbite 3 engine. Dragon Age Inquisition is also on the Frostbite 3 engine, so that seems to be the new standard for most EA games, which is... And it looks gorgeous. You have to understand why that is.
It makes sense for them to use Frostbite 3 across almost every game, because now that you have this graphic designer over here, or this software engineer who says, if you do this, it makes it really cool, and they can communicate between studios. Mm-hmm. You can have really good ideas flowing back and forth between BioWare, maybe even Criterion, and just all these other studios.
All right, we're getting off topic though. Back to the images. We saw the Krogan one with the burned down bridge, and it could be any planet. They said they want to go somewhere new.
Yeah.
It could be a whole new planet. It probably is a whole new planet, and we're just trying to link it back to ones we know. But it seemed very Prothean Skyway from Pharos.
Yes.
Let's go to the other images. There was...
Do you want to talk about the image with the downed ship, what it looked like with maybe a Turian and Solarian in front of the ship?
See, I think you paid more attention to that than I did, because I honestly did not notice that was a downed ship. I was too focused on just how stunning everything looked. Mostly the sun. I don't know why.
Yeah.
The sun looked really nice.
Okay, so there was also another image where it looked like, we're kind of speculating, but it looked like there was a Turian and a Solarian standing in front of what looked like a downed ship. Mm-hmm. Back to the scavenger idea, where these people are looking for tech, maybe weapons and ammunition, information to sell back to other, maybe the Shadow Broker still plays it.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought. Well, oh my gosh, that's another thing. We don't know. That was another thing at the E3. They did not confirm whether or not it was pre or post Shepard's story. We don't know when it's taking place. We don't know if anyone from the original trilogy is going to show up. But this kind of leads into what our next image is. We saw a human soldier who was wearing N7 armor.
Yes.
That confirms we will see the Alliance in some way, shape, or form.
So if this is a sequel, the Alliance is still pressing on. There's still a force within the galaxy. If it's obviously before the Reaper War, they'll be at full strength.
That's something to think about. When did the N7 program come into effect? This could kind of confirm, actually... This could be used to confirm at least a time period from N7 final. Let's say... We don't know this. If this is where you guys come in, please check us on this. I'm going to make up a date. 2070. That's a total guess. I have no proof for that. 2070, N7's found. 2086, universe falls apart. Or galaxy falls apart. That's a time frame for our story.
That's another question to ask. Was N7 around during the first Contact War? Because if we are talking about Mass Effect Contact, it could be the first. It could be the first Contact War between the Turians and the humans. However, there's a limited number of casualties, so you can't really justify mass casualties on both sides. Like you have Shepard in the original trilogy running through and killing thousands of Reaper forces.
Thousands upon thousands. How many people do you think you killed in all Mass Effect games?
I have earned the achievement where I have a 5,000 kills.
Oh, you're so cool. I've earned like the 15,000 achievement from all multiplayer.
Okay, so we've already eclipsed the first contact.
Yes,
war
exactly. By
100-fold. So will not be the first contact war.
and we
can
again,
almost confirm that.
I think in our future things we're gonna go away from Mass Effect Contact, because even if that was it, they're probably gonna change it. It got leaked. They change things that get leaked, which is a reasonable response. But anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Okay.
The N7 human that we saw, which that's pretty much all we can delve into. It could give us a timeline, and it's very cool. Maybe that could have been a companion. It might have been our main character. Kind of doubt it, because they said they want to get away from Shepard.
Yes. And the other thing, when you listened to the E3 presentation that BioWare gave, they started off saying, "We listened to our fans." What was the other big concern, other than the open world, which they said? But the other big concern was they wanted to select their own race. They wanted to keep the gender selection, and maybe we're choosing our own backstory, just like with Shepard, like colonists, spacer, Earthborn, something like that, but with different options for each race. Maybe if you're a Turian, you could be a colonist, or you could be a lifelong Blackwatch member, because that's their special forces.
Solarian Special Task Group, Sorry Commandos,
the Quarian Migrant Fleet Marines.
Oh yes, Cal Rieger! Yeah!
Rieger shotgun, baby.
Rieger was the best. Okay, what else do we got there? Now I guess, we saw the galaxy map.
We did see the galaxy map. With a human soldier.
A human soldier. Well, a human.
Yeah.
Could have been anything. Was wearing armor. And again, let's just take a moment to appreciate the graphics. You saw the close-ups of those armor.
Oh,
that
God.
orange looks so great. You could see the texture.
And you loved... what I loved the most about that, back to the human with the N7 armor, he was a veteran soldier.
You could tell.
The paint was wearing off. He kind of had some, like, burn marks and some, like, you could see where maybe he was, like, a bullet had scraped him. It was amazing.
It was very, very cool. I guess that's really it for the images that we saw.
Yep.
Again, they did not confirm they did not give us any story
They gave
elements
us nothing.
at
There
all.
were no virtual aliens. There was no rally. No
Not
new
that
races.
we're complaining. With what we got, we were very happy with what we got. We just, we're ungrateful. We want more.
Yes. Gimme.
Gimme. I think an important game to look out for is Dragon Age Inquisition, because I think, and you can choose multiple races, you can choose different origins. They've stated that you can choose different origins. I think that'll be kind of a template for what they do in the future.
Yes, the character selection for Dragon Age Origins is almost what I'm hoping for with the new Mass Effect. You choose your gender, you choose your race, and then you choose where you come from. Say you're a Solarian. Maybe you were in the Special Task Group. Maybe you were part of the Shadow Broker team. Who knows? It's a whole wide range of just options. We'll see what they give us.
Just kind of a fun thing, real quick. Go check out the Mass Effect comic books. I can't remember. I want to say Evolution. It's when Liara is looking for Shepard's body. You see an agent of the Shadow Broker, and it's a Solarian. However, it is not your typical Solarian. He is this huge buff guy.
Solarians aren't so weak.
Hey, let's not get into that. Batarians for the win. Let's go back to what we were talking about.
I'll let that slide.
Shut up, man. You know Batarians are better. You can't even face it. Forgetting that, a thing to go back to the down ship. This was a cool idea that he had here. The down ship reminded him... I don't know if it reminded you of that, but go ahead and share your idea.
It did remind me of the Hugo Gernsback. Now, for those of you who really got into the lore of Mass Effect 2, the Hugo Gernsback was an Alliance frigate that was purchased by an unknown corporation. It does not say which corporation bought it. But now it is labeled MSV, Merchant Space Vessel. I think that's what it is.
Merchant Space Vessel, MSV.
And now it's owned by a private corporation, and they're scouting out these different worlds, which makes me think, hey, maybe our protagonist is going to be a ground landing team on a private corporation ship that's exploring new worlds. That's where we get our exploration without being connected to the Alliance, to a huge government. That's where we get whatever race you want. You're not connected to a government. You can be whatever race you want. They're going to hire the best, and they're only going to hire the best for this team, for this mission, because maybe it's very important for this corporation. And then, for the first few missions, just like in Mass Effect 1, you won't be the captain of the ship.
Mhm.
But then maybe something happens, the captain gets killed, something that, like, almost with Ronald Taylor, now you're the captain, and now you're left to continue the mission.
Ooh, imagine that. That does kind of not work. But imagine you crash land. You're stranded on a planet.
Maybe?
Maybe that's how it is. That'd be cool to see.
That would be.
It'd be boring to be locked down to one planet.
It
But
would.
then
And-
again, if it's a big planet, that'd be interesting. Just work more with a small area. But no, it's Mass Effect. We want to see more of a galaxy.
Yes.
And for those of you that don't remember, the Hugo Gernsback was Jacob's loyalty mission in Mass Effect 2. You go find his dad, who was a co-captain. I don't remember his original
He was an
name.
officer on the ship.
An officer, a higher officer on the Hugo Gernsback, which crash landed, and its purpose was to get there and stake a claim and pretty much just claim the planet for
Yep.
this unknown corporation. We tried to look it up, we couldn't find it. If you guys can find it somewhere, please share it with us.
Yes.
What were some other great ideas that we had from what we saw today?
Just basically reiterating the fact that we saw the galaxy map, that we
Mhm.
can explore the galaxy, and what they were saying is it's totally open. Not only can you land on a planet and maybe cover the entire planet with
Oh my God,
with your
amazing.
vehicle, but you can go to hundreds of other solar systems and nebulas and just explore these random planets that you may get led there via side missions,
Mhm.
or maybe you can find a mission just out in the middle of nowhere by accidentally stumbling upon it. That would be cool.
That would be very cool. And that is kind of reminds me again, bringing back to Dragon Age. In Dragon Age, they want you to explore. They want you to find something. So that could be in Mass Effect. Because BioWare stated, Dragon Age is our next step. That's our step into the next generation.
Yes.
So all their games from here on will be more like Dragon Age Inquisition than their previous games. Which I'm not disappointed at all. This
Oh,
Dragon
no.
Age series is awesome. And for those of you wondering, we will eventually be doing other videos. Dragon Age is one that we will end up doing most
Dragon
likely.
Age, StarCraft.
StarCraft probably.
If you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. We will do our very best to research it.
Like, we will not become masters of it overnight. But again, like,
If there's a specific idea that you guys want us to talk about, we will definitely research into that
absolutely.
idea.
Especially with Mass Effect. Like, if you want us to talk about the indoctrination theory, we will. We
Oh,
don't want
yes.
to go back to old ideas. We want to bring in new ideas. And speaking of our ideas, or ideas in general, but back to our ideas, I would like to point out that this teaser trailer that we saw did not disprove our Ralloy virtual alien theory.
It did not. We did not see either one, and from that PAX 2012 leak, they said we would see new species.
Well, again, rumor.
It was a
Well,
rumor.
leak.
Leaked
rumor, you know. But we are going to hold on to, because there's still two new alien races. They will have to come into play. The Ralloy, at least, for sure. The virtual aliens, maybe, maybe not. I mean, they're in their spaceship doing stuff. But the Ralloy, for sure. So I think that's it for today. I guess we're done talking about that. It was really cool to see Mass Effect at E3. They could have easily not shown it because they had so much going on. They had Dragon Age. I'm really surprised. I thought we'd just get Dragon Age, which I would have been happy with.
I thought they were going to have more of Battlefront in there.
Oh, for EA?
Yeah.
Battlefront was cool. I mean,
What they gave
it's
us was
Star
cool.
Wars Battlefront. It's Battlefront. I mean, we're all fans of Star Wars here. If not, you know what? We don't need your views. Fuck
We
off.
don't need you.
Please keep watching. Please,
And
please
subscribe.
subscribe. Yes, and subscribe. Please keep watching and subscribe. We will be coming out with more videos, like we said. We might be doing one later this week. I don't know. Probably not. Definitely one next week, if not
Yes.
this week. It was really great talking to you guys. Again, if you have any ideas at all, any ideas on what you thought of the trailer, please share them. Please comment.
And we will be sure to add on to your comments, maybe
Mhm.
spin your ideas to make them our own so we don't have to give you credit.
If you guys do have a good idea, we would love to credit you guys because we're two guys. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. You guys are just as great thinkers as we are. Probably better because we're not great thinkers.
We're only college students.
We're college students. That's the thing. Well, like, keep a lid on that. Dude, no one likes college students.
Okay.
They're all arrogant. No, keep it in, but because it makes us relatable.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Thank you guys for watching very much.
See you next time.
Adios.